I'm Paul Duth. I want to help you and your organization meet the printing industry's current and future challenges, to succeed in spite of them, and to attain superiority over the competition by doing that. The future in our industry is daunting, or it's exciting. The future is full of danger, or it's rife with opportunity. How can it be both? Well, in the end, the future simply is, and it's our response to it which matters. With that in mind, I'll offer a fair assessment of the future of the printing industry and a strategic response for survival and success there. W. Edwards Deming told us that survival is not mandatory. How well we know that in the printing industry today. Our markets are drying up. Firms are failing or consolidating and then often being closed or picked apart. The economy is bad and it's not getting better anytime soon. Even printing is being outsourced to Asia now, creating an entirely different competitive environment. Our customers have come to expect better printing, faster turnaround, and lower costs. The ability and capability to reproduce color is expected as a standard, as normal. The print is expected to match the proof even if that proof is generated remotely. The reproduction system has become open to both inputs and intermediaries, that is, proofs and plates. Also, markets are no longer local, with national corporations and buyers, and now globalization in the supply chain. The digital revolution continues to work itself out. All the implications to the business and industry are yet to be revealed. A successful response in production is yet to be generally realized. Nevertheless, we can define many of these implications and determine a strategic systemic response to them. I have already done some of this work. That strategy exists at this moment. Another dynamic concerns financial matters. The era of finance has about come to an end. The merger and acquisition binge has about burned itself out. Donnelly's $400 million note in June of 2010 signaled, to me at least, an end to all of this. There's still a bit going on, but the blush is off the binge. Sooner, we hope, rather than later, we have to get to work and make something. Another dynamic is technological. Our technology has become smarter than we are. We have, as an industry, become entranced by new and shiny devices, often losing track that in the end, it's still about ink on paper. We have come to expect a technological solution to all our production problems. We even expect technology to solve problems that fall within the realm of management. Let's not hold our breath on that one. The other megatrend is a move away from management of individual functions to management of the system as an entity or entirety. Most commonly, the functional model is applied without specifications and standards and without tested methods. As a result, handoffs between functions are not managed, and the final outcome can be neither predicted nor well controlled. Managing systems as a system is the antidote to this. Future plants will do this as a matter of course. Finally, some organizations and individuals are beginning to awaken to these trends. Some have reached the same or similar conclusions as I have. This much is certain. The firms which meet these challenges will survive and succeed, and the competitors will not. The question for you as a C-level manager is, do I want the future to dictate our fate, or do I want to be master of my own destiny? I can't help you answer that. What I can do, however, is provide a means to deal with the future strategically and effectively. I say to you, if you have the will, I have the way. If you provide the opportunity and get involved, I will provide the solutions. Superior production systems are achievable. You can have it faster, better, and cheaper, all at the same time. What this means then is that the print shop must provide faster, better, and cheaper in order to survive, no less to succeed. The future belongs to those who provide the greatest value at the lowest cost. I know one way, and I know only one way to do that, but even that one way is enough. That is through high-performing systems and processes, or more to the point, higher performing than both the competition systems and processes and then our own, the ones that we offered last month. Provide to your customers' requirements faster, better, and cheaper, and you'll keep those customers and earn new ones. What's the bottom line? How much faster, how much better, and how much cheaper? Well, that depends upon the particular print market and the niche within that market, so I'll be as specific as I can. My disclaimer is that I know general, commercial, 4-color, sheet-fed, offset best. I have worked in other markets and have been in printing long enough to be familiar with the entire industry. General commercial still is the market that I know best. For that market then, 25 to 50% faster, 10 to 35% better, and an increase in the profit margin of 10% compared to gross sales. These are reasonable expectations and benchmarks. Generally, double your profit margins and have the turnaround. Then figure on a 25% increase in quality as well. These numbers apply to all general commercial markets and are achievable in less than 5 years with work, investment in processes, change, and growth. This will provide a huge competitive advantage. This is sufficient to turn a daunting and dark future into something bright and alluring. It's more than worth the effort. Process improvement and the high-performing processes and systems that come with it have high productivity. That is, the ratio of inputs to outputs is high. If you raise the level of output, even without raising the level of input, productivity goes up. This can be accomplished by reducing in-process wastes of time, movement, and rework due to human error. These are method wastes. Reducing inputs while even keeping outputs the same increases productivity too. There are often material wastes to address to get here. Paper wasted and make ready is one of these wastes. Wastes due to a lack of agility in management and staff is another. Reducing inputs while simultaneously increasing outputs will yield the largest gains. This then will become the adopted strategy. When high productivity is achieved through process mastery, quality will improve even as costs go down. These reduced costs will result in higher earnings and/or higher profits. Another path to high profits is to increase the income per unit. The increased quality gained from strong systems will allow the plant to produce higher margin work. The printing press doesn't care if it produces a 1-color insurance prospectus or a 6-color catalog or brochure for Sotheby's. What permits the higher margin work to be produced are superior process capabilities. These capabilities will become our focus. Lowering costs and increasing income will get us to the 10% increase in profit. This then is a printing plant. For my purposes today, it's a general commercial plant, a job shop. This model is applicable in other markets, of course. It's a system. It's a print production engine. Its inputs are data, paper, ink, and expectations. Some of the people here can be inputs too, especially when they're new hires. Inside the plant are its assets. These include old hands, that is, the trained and acclimated staff, and the capital equipment, from computers to presses to bindery to shipping. Also counted as assets are the plant's methods, standards, and capabilities. These assets vary in their value and in the value they create depending upon how they are used. This is a management concern. This will become my concern. Our goal is to make these assets as strong and valuable as we can and then to keep them that way. These non-material assets deserve a lot of our attention. By changing and improving methods, standards, and capabilities, all the systems and processes improve, including those which are comprised of the capital equipment. Like a machine, methods and standards will break down over time and must be maintained. We're wise to know this and then not forget it. These assets can be described as processes, even as systems. They turn inputs into outputs according to their capability. That's an important point. You're not going to get what your systems are not capable of giving, either in terms of quality or capability. Your processes are your destiny. The entire print engine then exists to turn data, paper, and ink and expectations into a printed product which meets or even exceeds those expectations. A high-performing print engine converts inputs into outputs effectively and efficiently over time, day in and day out. The printing plants and firms which survive and succeed will turn inputs into desirable outputs seamlessly and per specification in a continual flow. If you agree that high-performing systems and processes are the way to faster, better, and cheaper, and that faster, better, and cheaper is the way to survival and success in the future, get in touch with me. I'm eager to help, and I'll start tomorrow. If you have the will to make this happen, I have the way. To further establish my credibility and to be of future service, I've put together some more information on this. It's available at iqsolutions.net. That's a non-commercial website I wrote just for this purpose. Thanks for watching. Don't hesitate to get in touch with me. I'm available for full-time employment or for consultation at your service.